Oh, in Airsoft, we're so spoiled for choice. Each player has an opportunity to try so many different things on so many different platforms, such as the AEG, gas blowback, HPA, and even spring. Now for my GBB brothers out there, y'all know we always get into this great debate of which is the best rifle platform. Most notably, we got guys from VFC, WA, GHK, and of course, the all-famous Tokyo Marui. GHK has long been a leader in this space, and it's regarded as a standard bearer, especially when it comes down to things like efficiency, accuracy, performance, and of course the overall build quality of your product, starting all the way back in their AK days. Since they started to make big splashes with their AKs, GHK has always been a symbol of quality and performance, and as without a doubt, when they had their M4 series that launched, the same quality was perfectly transferred. However, over the years, competitors have been hot on its heels with offerings that's been giving GHK a run for its money. Products such as the Tokyo Marui MWS and some of the latest generation VFC M4s are great examples of other GBBRs that are challenging the GHK for that crown. But has this GHK Mark 18 separated itself? Is this particular GBBR the one that could potentially end the great debate on who is the best gas blowback rifle? The Mark 18. What can be said about this gun that I have not said before? I feel like I've been talking about the Mark 18 for quite some time. Over and over again this year, it seems like. But yet, here we are. While I won't talk too much about the real steel counterpart of the Mark 18, as I've once again covered it extensively. If you want to check out those videos, click on the card above or in the description below. But the Cliff Notes version is this was developed as an alternative to the M4 that was being issued standardly to US soldiers, and then it was taken up more or less by the Naval Surface Warfare Center. So this particular Mark 18 comes from GHK. And for those of you guys that may not be familiar with the brand, well, let's go through a history lesson of GHK, shall we? GHK is a brand based in Taiwan and started off as famed gas blowback AK manufacturers. GHK AKs are renowned for their high quality builds, great gas efficiency, durability, accuracy, and superb kick. Their AK ranges include anything from the old ones with wood furniture to the slightly more modern ones such as the AK-105. After making a splash in the AK world, they moved on to what some may have considered one of their most iconic gas blowback rifles, the AUG, or the AUG for some of you people out there. The AUG GBBR is one of those guns that people have been clamoring for such a long time, and when GHK made it, not only did they do such a fantastic job, they even got the takedown of the gun to be almost identical to the real one. Such great attention to detail. Which brings me to today. Building upon their previous success, they have taken the technology and the lessons that they have learned with their AK and the AUG and transferred it into their M4 platform. Now their AR series is probably going to be one of the best that you're going to get your hands on for what it's definitely worth. Great kick, great performance, gas efficiency is fantastic, and they even launched with a blank receiver version. It's pretty cool. The M4 from GHK quickly became the standard bearer for that particular platform and was the measuring stick that many GBBRs was compared to. And of course, there were other projects that spawned from this in the form of the 553 line, which is one of my personal favorites. Just check it out in all of its glory. Oh, I love it. Now, with such a storied history, you'd expect no less from a gun like this, right? And you would be right. You'd expect absolutely no less. This Mark 18 is a fully licensed product and features Colt markings on the lower receiver and Daniel Defense markings right up here on the rail. Being a gas blowback rifle, you can take it down much like a real gun, but more on that later. But what I do want to talk about are two main things. Starting with the magazine. Gas blowback magazines are usually heavy, and that goes without saying. There's a lot going on inside a GBBR magazine that attributes to their overall weight. You have to deal with different valves, springs, housing of the gas reservoir, and of course the shell itself. For many years, manufacturers have tried very hard to crack the code on how to make a good magazine that's got good balance and weight, as well as, well, it's supposed to do its job as a gas mag. Some have come close, So let's take a look at how this magazine from GHK stacks up against the other ones on the market. So on the screen, you're going to see some of its competition. VFC VMag, Tokyo Marui MWS Mag, and of course, some offerings from KWA. Now, let's look at this one. Because my money is, this is probably going to be the lightest one. Clearly we can see that this mag from GHK is the lightest one, which makes carrying them around on your plate carrier much less of a load, which means less of a workout for you carrying these things all day. I mean, unless fat burning is also something you want to do while playing airsoft, right? All right, so the second thing I want to talk about is something that usually many of us that play airsoft have taken for granted, and that is the hop up. Hey, don't leave yet, don't leave yet. I know some of you may feel, man, you really reaching if you gotta talk about the hop up. Well, no, I do want to make a point to discuss it because I feel like the placement where they have placed it is worth talking about. Now, some may make an argument out there that you may like your hop up front where it's more convenient for you to adjust. Some may also like to have it in the chamber where you kind of, finger it from the bottom. Wink, wink. However, what I feel like GHK done very well is they've placed their hop up chamber right here. Now if you come a little closer, I'll explain why. The placement of the hop up is right underneath the outer barrel at its very base and is protected with the rear portion of the rail. How the hop up is positioned, you can use a screwdriver or an Allen key or something thin, then you can just press through these two holes here. This makes it easier to adjust than some on the chamber, since you might end up having to use a tool anyways if your fingers can't reach, and is protected enough by the rail so it's not going to get bumped out of place if you're playing outside. I feel like this here is a very happy medium. Now, a lot of people who are drawn to the gas blowback system, they're drawn to it because they enjoy the realism of that platform, whether it be the operation, how it feels when it shoots, the sound when it goes bang, that bolt carrier group move, doesn't really matter. Realism is what a lot of you guys are looking for. Now, I'm gonna take down the gun and show you the internals. Let's do it. First thing you do, remove the magazine, and I'm going to pop out this rear pin here. It's not as stiff as some of the other ones I've tried. Pull the charging handle back a little bit. This is bolt carrier group. And there you go. You can pop out that front pin if you want. There you go. Now these pins are captured, so you don't have to worry about losing them. There's your trigger group right there. Buffer. Not gonna lie, I really enjoy this process too. Pretty cool. And that's it. I'm using 0.2 gram BBs and green gas. All right, now before we get into our accuracy test, we're gonna run the gas efficiency test. I have charged this magazine full of gas and I'm only gonna do it one time to see how many full mags we can shoot. 30 rounds per mag. I'm just gonna shoot it at the metal plate downrange. First mag. First mag. Mag and a half, but it was really consistent and I put it on full auto. Now let's see how accurate it is. All right, accuracy test. Poor Quake. He's about to get shot up. Our favorite target. The recoil is really nice. The trigger is crisp. It's a little lighter trigger than some other gas blowbacks, namely compared to the VFC. It takes a little bit of time to get used to. Let's feel that reset. Let's take a look at those results. The trigger reset, again, it's also lighter than some other ones out there. Not bad at all, just takes a little bit of time to get used to if you're coming off something with a little bit heavier trigger transitioning to this. Other than that, it feels fantastic. Results time. Initially, I had to get used to my holdover, so there were two that were kind of, well, let's just say, I'm gonna chalk them up as flyers. But everything else held a pretty nice tight grouping right here on this side of Quake's poor face. Now I have a few more rounds left in that magazine, so I feel like we're gonna full auto the rest of it and mag dump it right here. So let's go and finish her up. All right, mag dump. Yeah, pretty good. I have talked a lot about Mark 18s before, and if you want to check out all the different Mark 18 reviews I've done, click on the card above, or you can find the links in the description below. Just check them all out yet? Looked at all of them? You back? All right, now let's get on with it. So, does the GHK Mark 18 settle the debate of being the best gas blowback rifle? Well, M4 at least. I feel like in many aspects it does, as you can see from the gas efficiency test, the accuracy test and all that. This is a workhorse of a gun, and being a GHK, you know you're getting a high quality, premium product here. Now I know some of you out there may be like, dude, come on man, this is a dang near $600 gun. I can probably build something that looks exactly like it for a cheaper price. And while I'm not going to argue with you on that point, what I am going to say though, that there is a lot of hard work, dedication, and engineering that GHK put into this particular platform to make it the best that they believe that they could. So what you're paying for is essentially not just fancy externals, but all the really good internals that they've built into this gun. Not to mention that GHK is the only official license holder to produce receivers with the Colt markings, so that's something to take into consideration as well. Though other companies such as VFC has been in hot contention and Tokyo Marui has been making a lot of splash with their MWS system, GHK still seems to be at the top of the hill right now. But it seems like with every launch of a new gas blowback rifle, they're all trying to vie for that #1 spot. So why don't you guys let me know? What do you think about this whole debate between which is the better GBBR? Let me know all that in the comments section below. What team are you on? Let's hear it all, and I'll probably catch you guys there. And if you want cool products like this and many more, don't forget to check out our online store at www.redwolfairsoft.com. If you like this video, give us a like. If you want to share it and think it's cool, you know what to do, guys. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you click that subscribe button. And until next time, my name is Mark, aka Blue Steel, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode of RedWolf TV. Have a good one.